Hey guys, we've been in Alaska for almost a month now and we have been loving it so far. I just wanted to update you on some things we've been working on and some things we're doing around the property. So we flew up about 4 weeks ago with our dogs and our meat cooler and all of our luggage. So that was kind of crazy. I was going to go into detail a little bit later on how flying with our dogs went, if anybody's curious. And we just have been working around the property getting things ready for our shipping container that we shipped up here. So we cleaned out the 20-foot Conex container that was already on the property. We got all the stuff out of there, organized, and was just getting it ready for when our stuff showed up. So then about, I think it was a week later, we got our shipping container arrived in Anchorage. And so we were driving back and forth from Anchorage out north to get all of our stuff out here. So in that container we put my car, we put our solar panels, we had a sawmill in there, so we had some bigger things. We had an old Jeep truck as well. So we had a few loads that had to go on the trailer just in themselves. But we were able to fit it in, I think, 3 loads. So it took us, 3 days to get all of our stuff unloaded. My car was packed full of stuff. We just packed as much as we could to get everything out of there. And so once we got that done, we had all of our stuff out here, and it was kind of hard because the snow kind of was taking up a lot of space. We had a small section of gravel. Now that the snow's melted quite a bit, we have a lot more space to store things. But at first, we only had a very small section of where we could put stuff, or else it would just either sink in the mud, or there was still about, I think, 3 or 4 feet of snow at that time. So it's been a crazy last few weeks. We just, between the shipping containers and the storage stuff, it's been a lot of playing Tetris, I guess you could say. But we're just so glad that most of our totes and household things fit in our 20-foot container on the property already. So it makes it a lot easier for us to just go out there and get what we need out of the totes and bring it into the cabin, because we live in a 600 square foot cabin, as you can see. It's pretty small, but there's only 2 of us, so it's actually not been bad at all. We do have 2 dogs, and we did get a kitten. So they, it's a little crazy sometimes, but the space-wise has been really not that bad. Come here, sit. Good boy. So we've been doing a lot of cabin cleanup on the inside as well. So when we first got out here, there was nothing in there. So we put in a sink. We don't have running water yet, but we have the sink in the countertops. So what we're doing right now for water is hauling our jugs. We get water at the gas station in town. They have free water for us to use. And so we've been hauling water from there and been putting our jug on the side of the sink. And then we just have a 5-gallon bucket under the sink that catches the water, and then we dump it as needed. So we've been doing some updates in the cabin. I'm actually going to show you guys a little bit of what it looks like right now in just a minute here. And what else did we do? We got a new bed upstairs. So we live upstairs in the loft, and the bed in there previously was from the previous owner. So anyways, we did a new bed. We got our dresser upstairs, which has been so nice to have somewhere to store our clothes. There's still a lot to do that we would like to do, of course, but it's very doable right now and easy to get in and out of things, and it just is what it is for now. We also put up some blackout blinds, because I think the second week we were here, it was just so bright. I mean, we're not used to it. So we're from Washington, and it's bright there, but not like here. And of course, there's still a few feet of snow on the ground at that point. So the sun just reflecting off the snow is just so bright, and there's just a lot of sun here, which is amazing. But it wasn't getting dark until I think like maybe 9 or 10. So we just couldn't go to sleep. So we ended up going into town to Home Depot and getting some blackout blinds you just pull down. And those have been so amazing because we actually get to sleep. And now it's like we don't even know what time it is because the blackout blinds work so well. It's like, oh, I need to get up. But so now it's May 2nd, and the sun doesn't go down until about 10:15, and then it rises at about 5:45. So, and even at that, I mean, the dark isn't really super dark, I would say. So we're getting towards the midnight sun, and we're excited to experience that this summer. So I was using our Keurig to make coffee, and we don't have power. We just run our everything off of a small generator. So our small generator wouldn't power my Keurig because it has a pretty strong heating element in it. So I had to go out and use our Kubota generator to run my Keurig to make my morning coffee. So it was just not ideal going out there. It was still pretty cold in the morning, and I just need my 1 cup of coffee. So anyways, I did some research, and I'm still pretty new to drinking coffee, and I was following this guy, Sean in Alaska. He actually uses a French press to make coffee, and he's like, this is how you have to do it off grid. It's the easiest way. You don't waste a lot. So I was like, okay, well, so I got online and ordered a French press and got it, I think, like, a week and a half later. And now it's just been so amazing because all I have to do is heat up some hot water and then put in my coffee grounds in the bottom of the French press, put my hot water in, and then press it down after 8 minutes. So it's just been a life changer because the Keurig thing was it's just not ideal for living off the grid. It's just not. So one really big thing that we have been working on, and when I say we, mainly Brent, he's been busting his butt on this well house, and he has done some really, really cool work. I'm excited to show you guys what he's been up to. He basically milled out almost, well, I shouldn't say everything, but he did mill out quite a bit of lumber that he's using for the well house. He poured his own concrete, pillars. That's kind of a fun story. The ground is still frozen in Alaska, even though it may seem, it's sunny out and the snow's starting to melt, but I think he got down to maybe about a foot and hit just solid ice. So what he was doing was just lighting a fire in the hole and just kind of warming it up and heating it up so that he could then put the post hole digger down another few feet so that he could put his I can't remember what they're called, but put them down and then pour the concrete in them the next day. So he's been making some really great progress on that, and we are actually to the point where we have all 4 walls up. The trusses are almost ready to go up, and I'll let him kind of share with you guys where that's at right now. I'm just gonna hang out. So, what are you gonna do next?
I'm gonna finish putting on the siding, and then we're gonna do trusses, and after that we'll go ahead and do insulation on the inside. So it's coming together. We're getting there.
Yeah, this came a long ways. Started from nothing, and now it's getting pretty close to being up and walled and ready to go.
haven't seen him in a while. Oh, he's right here. You're a kitty.
hope to do a lot more videos in the future, just around what we're up to and giving you guys updates on the projects that we're doing. And we do have our peony farm out here. It is still under about a foot of snow, so there's nothing to do with that yet until the snow melts. So we probably won't be doing anything with the flower farm until end of May is my guess. So it's crazy that it's already May. I can't believe time has just been flying this year. I don't know if you guys feel that way too, but it's just been a crazy, busy year. And it's just all exciting things. We actually picked up a kitten this year. So we have a little kitten now, and then we have our 2 dogs. So it's just been really fun to explore up here. There's so much to see, and the mountains just like don't compare to anywhere else. I'm telling you guys, if you've never been to Alaska, you have to come check it out. It is truly the last frontier. Like, you can just do whatever you want. I mean, there's just a lot of freedoms up here and so much fishing, hunting, all the things that we're so excited for living up here. But I hope you guys have a great week. Please go like our video and subscribe to our channel. It would mean a lot to us, and follow us on this crazy adventure that we are living in off-grid Alaska.